let's talk about the game St. Joe's just played against Dayton. Dayton comes into Philadelphia ranked 13th in one poll, 15th in another poll, and St. Joe's beat them wire to wire. And young Mr. Kimball, I think, finished with like 13 points, 5 assists, maybe 1 turnover for the game. How does his development, Mr. Kimball and Mr. Newkirk, who's playing some good point guard, how does their development and emergence as real point guards portend for St. Joe's opportunities to advance in the postseason?
I remember a couple years ago, maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, Dayton had 2 point guards who they would rotate in and out, and then at the end of the game they would play them together. I can't remember the 2 kids. One of them was wild, had dreads, and the other one, they would just come in and out of the game for each other. And it worked. And they went to the tournament a couple years in a row with those guys. I think these 2 guys could be that way. For me, I think Kimball, the second half, I thought Newkirk was better the first half of the year. I think Kimball has been better the second half of the year so far. Now we're about to go into the third season, which is tournament season. So we'll see how that all manifests. But I just think that those guys' development has been key to St. Joe's. I think you've got pretty steady production from Aaron Brown. I think he's been solid all year. He's played like a senior. Mm-hmm. He's played like a guy who's a 23-year-old, fifth-year senior. That's how he's played this year. And that's what you expect from a guy who's a 23-year-old, fifth-year senior. He's actually stepped up and played. You got, obviously, DeAndre Bembry. You got Isaiah Miles, who's the most improved player in the city. So you got all these elements. St. Joe's could have a decent run. They got a good mix of veteran players. I could see them getting to the Sweet 16. I can see them getting into the tournament and getting to the Sweet 16. They have that kind of team. They don't really have a post presence, an inside post presence. But the Oliva kid plays with a lot of moxie. He doesn't play like a freshman. He does not play like a freshman. He plays with a lot of confidence, a lot of toughness, and some swag. That's the Italian kid, Checo Oliva, and they don't really have that post presence, which I don't know if they can get past the Sweet 16 because of that. But can they, if they get the favorable matchups, can they get to the Sweet 16? Sure, why not?
I think with St. Joe's primarily is a team that has a budding superstar. Bembry playing like a point forward role has kind of diminished the importance of the 2 guards. And basically, they need to learn how to play with him. And he's kind of like more of a point forward. So them being facilitators is like less as important. If they were a little bit better scorers, like you said, how Newkirk was earlier in the year, and Kimball, they need to concentrate on being able to help assist the older guys more, instead of like trying to be more of like total distributors. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the way that Bembry does a lot of the ball handling, a lot of the playmaking. And with him and Aaron Brown, like Amaro said, they should be the catalyst for this final run. And they could I agree, they could make a strong run in the March dance. So
it looks like pretty much Nova is a lock, 1-2 seed at the worst. I think I can't say St. Joe's is a lock yet, but I think the Atlantic 10 may get 3 or 4.
I think St. Joe's.
You think they're a lock at this point?
They got 20 wins now.
Yeah, they got 22 wins.
Yeah,
they only got 4 losses.
They only got 4 losses.
Yeah, they're in. I mean, they're in the dance.
Should be ranked.
All right, well let's.